What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kate. I'm your host today, and every day we're going to be watching a video called Why Things Feel Off Lately, The Glitch. This is a good one, guys.
Something is quietly stealing your memory. And if you're not paying attention, it might take your identity with it. This isn't a crisis that you're going to see on the news. It's just a slow fade. It's a blur. It's literally mass amnesia. It's not a call to panic. This is an invitation, not to believe, to notice. If your mind's been foggy, if you felt off, unfocused, or not quite you, you are not alone. I'm going to show you what's happening, how to know if you're being affected by it, and how to find your way back. Let's pull back the curtain on what's been quietly reshaping your inner world without your permission. Most people think they're making choices, what to read, what to feel, what matters. What if it's been curated? These algorithms know exactly what sparks your anger, what's going to piss you off. They know when you're lonely.
Mine knows when I'm angry. It knows exactly what to show me to piss me off.
They predict the moment that you're going to crave attention. Once they know that, they don't just show you what you want. They build who you become. AI doesn't wait to see who you are. It decides which options that you will even see. The news, the trends, you are being led somewhere.
Ew, this is really creepy. Is this freaking you out? Leave a comment below.
A reality manufactured by code that you will never read and systems that you never really consented to. This isn't just manipulation. That is a structural erosion of self, of identity. Our instinct.
And it's manufactured. It's a manufactured destruction of everyone's identity and memory.
Start to dull, our beliefs soften into a silence, and it's not done through force.
I feel like this guy staring at my phone all the time.
First, you feel numb, constantly reactive. You might swing between apathy and agitation without a lot of clear causes for it.
So you're telling me that I'm not bipolar? I'm not bipolar. But the phones will sure as shit make you think you are.
That is a nervous system that is overstimulated by artificial inputs. We are scrolling, swiping, clicking, and reacting. Our brains were never meant for this much input. Being alone with no music, no internet feels almost unbearable. And modern neuroscience shows us that without deep, undistracted focus, our brains can't transfer short-term experiences into long-term memory. It's like our lives are now being written in disappearing ink.
I wonder if this is why so many people now are saying that time is moving like abnormally fast. If it's because you're actually just hypnotized for like a whole part of the day and you just don't remember any of that. And you're like skipping time every time you log on to Instagram. Ew, that's freaky.
You might not be able to recall conversations or moments or maybe a feeling from last year. That is not just stress. It is a breakdown in memory encoding. 1 degree here, another forgotten moment somewhere else. Your attention fragments.
This is also what happens when you're in like an abusive situation or an abusive relationship with someone. This is what happens when you're under like long-term stress. That makes a lot of sense as to why they're dragging all this out, you know, after the vid. I feel like everything really became prominent when that happened. And then now they're just making our lives very slowly a stressful, miserable, dystopian hellscape that nobody wants to be here for.
Psychologists call this cognitive drift, but in this era, it's something darker. You don't just forget moments. you forget identity, you forget yourself. How do you know if this is happening to you? Maybe you used to be curious or passionate or driven, and now those traits just feel like something distant that you can't grab anymore. You start to believe that none of it matters. Meaning starts fading and apathy starts spreading. What we're talking about here is not just burnout. This is the final symptoms. The self just gets really vulnerable. And at this moment, you are ready to be rewritten. And they can write that story for you.
And that's exactly what's happened. That makes so much sense. That's why you see like my generation and below, like they're developing with this technology, and they're becoming whoever, you know, whoever the establishment, whoever controls it all wants them to be according to their agenda. And they advocate for whatever, they tell them to, and they like literally have remote control over people in some weird freaky way with social media. I don't like
So
it.
if any of that hit close to home, don't panic. This means that something inside of you still remembers. And if there's memory, that means that there is a way back. So there are 6 steps to starting to remember your way back. Step 1, see the fog. Every reach for your phone, every scroll, start tracking the stuff.
So in other words, treat it like you would an addiction. And so say, for example, you are addicted to drinking alcohol. You would want to write down every single time you think about drinking and every single time you want to drink or you go for a drink, and just notice it at first. How often is it? Get the pattern down in your brain so that you can figure out how you need to change the pattern in order to avoid. That makes perfect sense. Great plan, guys.
Don't fight the trance, just notice the trance. The fog loses power when you can see it and you're aware of it. Step 2, drop the mask completely. Our world wants you to be obsessed with how people perceive you. This culture wants you to be fearful of what people think. Say 3 true things that you've never said before, even to yourself. Step 3, get into your body. Return to the instrument of your being, more in tune with your body. Get mindful, feel.
I was going to say exercise is an incredible way. I started exercising in the last couple of months on a regular basis. I at least go and do a really hard, like high intensity interval workout. I can only handle like 1 to 3 times a week right now because I have something wrong with my hormones and I get super inflamed. So I can only handle that with like walking in between. But it has been so incredible for my anxiety levels and my stress. And I crave it now. Like I think to myself, okay, it's time to go to the gym. Like we can't go any longer without it. We have to go get a good movement in, because I just like, I start to feel stagnant and icky and like almost hungover, like super just not healthy and not good. And it's really helpful. Just get in your body, go out there, exercise. Another thing that's really good to get in your body is grounding. And it's not woo woo, it's not witchcraft, it's not a bunch of crap. Go outside and sit in the grass. Don't just touch grass with your feet. Take your shoes off, get your bare feet in there, but also sit down and just like breathe really deeply and just like look around you and watch the birds and be really present and mindful for at least 30 minutes a day. It's even better if you're walking barefoot too, is also very helpful. But to honestly just slow your nervous system down, I would say screw the walk and just literally sit down on the ground. That's what I do. And it's very helpful to me.
Your ribs move. Breathe like it's your only job. Step 4, returning and recovering what you buried. Dream or a passion or some wildness that was inside of you, that was exiled. It was not extinguished. Step 5, make the ordinary things sacred. Your words shape the future. This is not mysticism.
It's not. It's literally so true. I used to be the most negative person I knew in my life. Nobody could be around me. I couldn't be around me. My brain was just a literal hellhole. And every thought I had was so negative. Just, they hate you. They don't love you. They don't like you. You suck at this. You suck at that. You can't do this. You can't do that. You need to give up. Like every single thought I had, it was so exhausting. And it's just when you get caught in these loopholes, it's very hard to get yourself out. And what he's basically explaining, like the phones kind of get you trapped in these loopholes. And so in order to counteract it, you want to counteract it with something positive and a positive thought and a productive thought.
This is neuroplasticity. You're getting your brain back. Mm-hmm. Step 6 is leave a trail. Write down one sentence. Tape it anywhere that you're going to see it. Something that says, I was here and I remembered. That might sound ridiculous, but if you even try this for a couple of days, I want you to comment down below what happened having that weird phrase put up where you could see it. So before you go back into your life, before the noise starts to creep back in, I want to leave you with something important. And it's not a warning. It's not a solution. It's a couple of questions. And once these questions are planted inside you, they might never let you rest the same way again. What parts of me have I already forgotten? What instincts started to grow quiet? What dreams did I have that grew small? What parts of myself have I lost? Not
This is like going to make me cry. These questions are really existential.
because I changed, but because I stopped remembering those parts. And if some of those pieces are missing,
it's weird. Sometimes I like wake up out of my trance or whatever, and I really think to myself that like one day I put my head down into my phone and I woke up and like 20 years went by. Not 20 years, maybe like 10, 15. But he's so right. And that's why I picked this video, because I never really thought about that, but it's we're spending our lives in such a way that we're no longer forming meaningful memory and meaningful experiences, which is the whole reason we're here and the whole reason we're alive. Our brains and our thoughts have literally been hijacked, guys. We don't have freedom of thought anymore. Like we are headed, hello, excuse me, are you there? Can you wake up? Is there somebody there behind those eyes? We are literally living in George Orwell's 1984 right now. And we're like, they're just going. They're using it as their handbook or something. Super freaky. And I really believe the way to fight back is personal growth and personal excellence. Andy Frisella says that a lot. If you watch his show, he's really phenomenal and very motivational. And I really believe that if we all become the best versions of ourselves, we are in a very good position to fight back against the people that are doing this to us. If they are people. I have my suspicions that they're not, but that's for another video.
I want you to answer each one of those with a follow-up question of, did I let them slip away, or did something take those from me?
I think for me, it's kind of both. I think there's a grain of truth on both sides. I really try to view things like that. And I can see that although I'm definitely addicted to my phone, and I used to be way more addicted than I am now. I had like no ability to go do anything. But I can see that I made the choice to pick it up and look at it. You know what I mean? And I had thoughts of put the phone down and go pick up your guitar. Why don't you go for a horseback ride, go for a walk, go exercise, like all these things. And I just never did it. So I could see where I actively made the choice to allow those things to slip away. But at the same time, obviously somebody manufactured social media and algorithmic material and short form content in order to hijack everyone's psychology. So at the same time, it's kind of also partially their fault too. So I don't know. That's how I view it.
So memory isn't lost all at one time. Memory is chipped away, and it's 1,000 little compromises over the course of a period of time. And it happens over and over, tiny compromises, until you wake up and you no longer recognize the shape of your own mind. But if you ask the right questions, if you sit in the quiet again, if you stop running from your own reflection, a face that you almost forgot, a voice that you thought you lost, a fire you didn't realize was still burning, those pieces can start to come back. You were never fully erased, only hidden.
These visuals are so intriguing to me. This is literally how I view people, kind of just this very weird, androgynous, no identity, soulless behind the eyes. All they think about is work. I hate that now. Everybody wants to ask you about work. Oh, what do you do for a living? Oh, I do this for a living. I'm a lawyer. I do this. I've always hated that question, because for me, people have always looked down on the jobs that I work, like being a waitress, for example, or cleaning houses. Like, people just look down upon me, and I don't know why. Like, I'm happy. I have way more free time than you, boo boo. I have time to think and create and do things that I want to do and enjoy my life. Like, I think I'm way richer than you just because you have more money than me. That's great, but you're going to lose a lot of time that I'm not going to, because I'm not willing to give that to somebody. I'm going to figure out another way to make money and make life a little more enjoyable, because it's going to be really hard most of the time, and they make it very hard and stressful. So I'm going to make damn sure I have my moments of peace throughout the day. God forbid.
And memory always knows how to find its way home. And here's the part that they hope you never figure out. If they can fracture your memory, they can fracture your identity. And if they fracture your identity, they don't need to control you anymore. You're going to do it for them, by yourself. And that's not paranoia. That is a real blueprint. Once you stop remembering, you'll buy any story that they give you. You'll think it was always this way. You'll think your silence was even your idea. You'll think the numbness is life. But here's the truth that they absolutely cannot delete. Behind that fog, you are still in there. You're not lost. You don't need a guru. You don't need another system. You don't.
Nope. I also very much believe that too. I really believe that the people doing this want us to not have moments alone, and like to just be at peace and not have the influence of the outside world. Because when you do that, after you face all of the shit that you have going on and all the stressors that you're trying to avoid, you get in touch with God. God is real. Whether you want to call it a he, God exists. And he will communicate with you. You will have visions. You will have downloads. You will find your purpose in life when you remove all of the distractions that have been intentionally placed in the way of that. So that's another reason I thought this video was super cool, because that's basically like, he's giving you a blueprint to kind of get out of this addiction that we all have, so that you're able to figure out why you're here and what your purpose is, and get back to that and fulfill that in your life, and stop sitting around feeling so crippled and feeling like you're wasting so much time, and knowing that you're wasting so much time and feeling helpless, like you can't do anything about it. I think this video is really empowering to actually do something about it and make a difference for yourself and save yourself, because nobody's coming here to pick you up and save you. Only you are the one. You are the one that has to save yourself. You are the one that lives in your mind, and you are the one that lives with yourself. And if that is a living hell, you can fix it. I promise you can fix it. You can make your mind the most wonderful place to be, and not let anybody steal that from you. And part of that is protecting yourself from algorithmic short form content that's designed to inhibit that and to make your mind a hellscape, so that you're easy to control, and so somebody can make money off of you at every turn. Don't let somebody do that to you. Be in control of your life. Here we go. We're all empowered now.
Need to escape the matrix. You just need to remember what they worked so hard to make you forget. Your thoughts are your territory. Your attention is your weapon. And your memory is the map. And above all of this, your sense of self is not theirs to edit. So if something inside you shook a little while watching this, if your gut tightened up, if your eyes maybe burned a little, if you felt like someone just turned a light on in a room that you forgot existed, that wasn't me waking you up. That was you. I'm just pointing toward the exit. And I'm asking you to do one thing. I want you to remember. And whatever you do, don't go back to.
That was a really great video, guys. I'm going to leave that link down below. Go subscribe to his channel because he's got plenty of more wonderful content like that, which we will watch in the future as well. So if you like this video, also subscribe to me, hit like, the notification bell, all the things, share with your friends, and I will see you next time, guys. Love you. Bye.